Hey, how you doing there, young fella? Welcome to episode 2 of Friday Night Mildred. We are not always going to be Friday Night Mildred. We are going to be branching out to other builds, other themed builds. But for tonight, we're going to be doing Mildred. We recorded these all last night, and I'm putting them together now. And I'll be jumping in here and there if I have something to say about the invasion. Somebody suggested a while ago we do a Friday Night Kirk. I am still entertaining that possibility. I definitely want to make that happen. I've wanted to do a Kirk for a while. I think that would be a fun build. So definitely in the cards. And we've been talking a lot tonight. We're getting a little hoarse. So excuse me. You know, these guys were new-ish, or so I got that impression anyway, but they were annoying to the point of being a pain in my ass. Especially when we're talking low level, when we've only got +5, and pretty much we are doing physical damage only. So we're not really getting a whole lot of damage through the hosts. Looks like hollow shield, and I believe that is a 100% physical shield. And you might as well just hit the wall, you know? Love to get a riposte on one of these guys. That was a nice special move by this guy. And he didn't fall for the third R1, which was kind of... that was smart on his part. And I don't know why that parry didn't work there. That was kind of annoying. Another nicely timed R2 by our Phantom there. That Drake sword, I mean, say what you want about it, but it can be effective. It is one of those noob weapons for sure. And like, fuck, can we not get a goddamn riposte on the guy? Jesus. The Drake sword is one of those, like, I am begging to be parried. But it turns out it didn't really matter because one backstab and that was the end of that shit. And you know I'm an R1 spamming clown. If you want to just stand there and turtle, I will entertain that, boy. And boy, wouldn't I love to get a parry on that Zweihander. We'll wait till the host chugs up here, and then we'll give him a nice backstab. And this guy, it's like, how many times have you seen this where he's got balls the size of fucking Neptune when his Phantom is there, but as soon as the Phantom gets killed, he's just like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna wait for my buddy's sign to come back, or he's just petrified. It's like, grow a dick, buddy. You know, use the R1. Got a high-speed beckon from this young man, who turns out, and I've done this too. I've used the wrong gesture by mistake before. So I think he meant to wave and hit the beckon by accident. I'm always impressed by people who say on accident. That never made any sense to me. Do you say on accident? How does that make any sense, on accident? And I turn around when I see he's indicted me. I'll give him a high-speed bow. Thank you. I feel like I really accomplished something there. And this was so weird. Like, we get disconnected there. There's a phantom present. You clearly have an advantage, but you feel the need to pull the plug anyway, and it's like, all right. So this guy, when I see something like this, I think, oh, fuck, well, here I'm in for it. This guy's got armor to the max, poise to the max. I better stay away from this guy and his goddamn club. And at this point in time, I can't really tell if it's the large club or the great club, but it turns out it is the large club. It is doing poison damage. And we take a chance and try to parry him there. And I believe this guy was gravelording. We saw him again. And, you know, GG to that guy. This... we get the same guy again. So I'm happy to fight this guy if he's happy to fight me. But, I don't know how much it had to have hurt this guy. And this is no dig on this guy. Like, I just got the impression that maybe he was new and he put on some heavy shit and he went through the game and whatever. But, like, you can have all the armor and all the poise in the world. But against someone who's got a little more experience in PvP, it might not matter. And that I'm not tooting my own horn there. You know, I was civil with this guy, but just because you got all the armor and defense and poise doesn't guarantee that you're going to get the win. You get a nice bow from this guy. I like that. I end up dropping a little moss for him. Take that moss, buddy. You go ahead and use that moss, boy. And I'm happy that he used something that I gave him. I don't know if you guys have had this happen. Hey, let me know in the comments, but sometimes... And this guy still wants to fight, so, you know, I've not given him any indication other than me being here that, hey, I'm gonna rip your head off, right? So the guy still wanted to fight after that, so I was all too happy to entertain him. But have you guys had that happen where you drop something for somebody and they just don't use it? They pick it up, but they don't use it. It's like, well, I didn't drop it for my own goddamn entertainment, dude. And a high-speed backstab will tighten this guy up. GG. This guy, I think I had invaded this guy before. His name was Sad Sack. And something interesting that I found with this guy that I never knew before. If you're guarding and you break out, if your opponent, is guarding and you break out the dark hand, maybe there's not much you can do against this guy. Yeah, well, guess what there is? Because even if the guy's guarding, the special attack, the heavy attack, of the dark hand will break through. Now, I don't think it's doing any damage to him, but it sure as hell would have sucked any humanity out of his ass had he had any on him at the time. Now, I was looking at the counter. Every time I do this, I look at the counter and see how much humanity I got. And we did not happen to receive any humanity, so this guy had absolutely nothing. But it did accomplish something in that it moved him back and got him out of that tight corridor where maybe we can actually fight him properly. You know, those guys who turtle are kind of annoying, but you know, I'm so happy I found this out in this invasion that you can combat that with the Dark Hand. And this guy, I had to be careful because he almost took it to me, but I've seen this a million times. I've done this a million times. Parry out of stun, and the guy just happened to do an R1, and we just happened to parry him. So GG to that guy. We must have been doing something right because we got indicted, and I'll be happy to receive the indictment. I don't know if this was the same guy who disconnected with us before. I don't rightly know. I don't recall, but we got disconnected again. Fuck it. And this was a case of right place, right time. And I hate to leave an opportunity like that on the table where, you know, there's just nothing I can do. I don't know that I'm gonna pop in at the time exactly when the dragon is gonna blow his lightning breath, his fire breath, right? So it's a case of whatever. This guy, I had a pretty good fight with this guy. I was impressed with his use of the claymore. He was fat rolling, which is whatever. You know, we can talk about fat rolling if we want to do that. Fat rolling, you see somebody fat rolling, that does not guarantee that they're going to lose. And I'll be real with you guys. Sometimes I like to throw out a lot of R2s like that. I like the butcher knife for its varied moveset. I think it's pretty good. And you'll see, I think this guy is in red tearstone. Looks like it he is. And he's very restrained, which I admired. He will only shoot out one R1 or one R2. That's a great way to fight if you don't want to get parried. And he ended up getting the win on me, and I messaged him after, and he said, I just said GG to him, and he says, you were my first, and it turns out the guy's from Russia. Oh yeah, this one, like, have you ever had the dragon, the Hellkite Drake kill you from when you're all the way down here? Like, that's bullshit. But anyway, the guy says, and his English wasn't fantastic either, but he says, you were my first opponent, and I don't know, I think the guy's got a promising future if, and again, I don't want to toot my own horn, guys, but like, and I could have been sharper in that fight, believe me, but sometimes I don't need to go full hollow mode on everybody, especially somebody who's fat rolling. And the other thing too is, yeah, of course I'm in it to win it like everybody else, but I don't care. I don't care that the guy beat me. I don't care that the guy never fought anybody in PvP before in this game, and we had a close fight and he beat me. I don't care. I'm happy for the guy. So anyway, moving on to this guy. This guy was annoying. And I made a critical error in this fight. Well, I made a couple of them. Well, I won't say critical, but... You know, going up there and getting blazed by the Hellkite Drake, that did not help me. And this was the really... No, it wasn't this one. We're going to do it in a second. We're going to move over to the other side to try to gain some ground on him, and that was a huge mistake because, of course, as soon as he gets back down there, what does he do? Yeah, that's right. He summons his little bitch phantom again and just runs around. You know, it's amazing these guys have the biggest dicks. You couldn't even measure them when their buddy's there, and as soon as their buddy's gone, they're just like, no, I'm gonna play so passive and retreat. I mean, how many times have you guys seen it in Dark Souls 3? And when I have a situation like this, now it's like you've summoned this guy twice. Now I'm pissed because, well, I'm pissed at myself that I allowed this to happen. But you are not gonna. I am not gonna let you beat me. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure you don't win because. That's just horse shit. And ordinarily, like we're talking with the last guy, it's like, I don't care if I lose. And I'm trying to fucking gesture here, and the guy won't stop fucking shooting me. It's like, dude, it's over. That just kind of ticks me off. And we got a giant dad in the making here. Which is good because, you know, Mildred has no poise. I try to be accurate to the source material to a degree, right? So Mildred, when you fight Mildred has no poise. Which is, you know, this guy's trying to tighten me up here, which is all right, but somehow we get the swing before he gets his second swing, and that's the end of you, Dad. So GG. This seemed like it was okay. I get in there, and I looked this guy up, and I had invaded this guy before, and I don't remember what happened before. And this just turned out to be so stupid. Like, what it looks like is we got a Fight Club situation, and host is, I hope, I would imagine, gonna fuck off so I can so I can duel the Phantom. And just take a look at what happens. And now host is kind of... Host, I don't know, he figures it out like he's in the fucking way, which is good. And Phantom obviously wants a backstab. And then, like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Host comes in and I'm just like, okay, what the fuck was that? I'm trying to fight this guy. We're having a 1v1 here. And you come in and Hornet Ring backstab me. Yeah, it didn't do any damage. But it's like, that totally disrupts the fight. It's like, are we fighting here, dude, or what? That just really pissed me off. Because it seems like as soon as I start taking it to the Phantom, you're gonna come up and fucking Hornet Ring backstab me. And it's like, why, dude? Can't you just fucking let two guys fight it out? That really pissed me off. And this fucking guy came in to do it again. So I said, you know what? Fuck you. And then, like, okay, he gives me a look skyward there, and I'm like, what's your fucking problem? And then now we get the fucking giant blacksmith hammer, or whatever the fuck that is, with the hornet ring. It's like, oh, I pissed you off to the point where you can't tolerate me anymore. Sorry, dude. What a fucking clown. And this was the same... This was exactly the same invasion that... excuse me, the same guy that we invaded. He was gravelording here. And I really can't stand this, to have invaders fight other invaders. In a situation like this where I don't even know you, it's not a fight club yet, right? And as soon as you get in, you start giving me the fucking beans. I'm just like, fuck you, dude. That pissed me off. And you can call me Honor Brigade or whatever you want to call me all you want, but like... That is just so stupid. We're here for Fight Club, right? So that got me a bit heated. I ended up giving him the fucking, I don't know how many point down. It's like, dude, you could try having some fucking manners. I don't know. And then it's the same fucking retard with his goddamn phantom, and I'm pointing to this guy like, hey, let me fucking fight this guy right here. Okay, you want to peg us with a Lloyd's? Good. And then I'm bowing to the fucking guy, and look what he does. What a piece of shit. It's like, are we dueling or what, bro? And then you, like, what are you doing? And this host, I do not trust this host. And he's an interfering fucking bitch. And at this point, I have just had enough. I am fine to participate in a fight club. I have no problem fucking losing. You guys know that. But that was bullshit. It's like, you can't even let two guys have a fucking fight. Fuck you. Excuse my fucking language, folks. And then you bow like that after? Give me a fucking break. I invaded that guy another couple times after that, and I just left. It's like, you're not worth the powder to blow you to fucking hell. And I get it. I get it. Play the game how you want to play the game. But if you're gravelording, you know, that just ticked me off. Let two guys fucking fight it out. Or fucking gank me, right? But don't be a chicken ass and do shit like that. So stupid. And this guy parried my fucking two-handed R2. I was really impressed with that. That was awesome. Some of these guys are pretty slippery. And of course, I leave myself wide open for a backstab there. Is what it is. And the guy would have stayed in it, but he walked right into my R1. So, GG to that guy. I'm not sure how that was just an absolute case of right place, right time, and somehow I didn't take damage. Now, take a look in the background here, in the distance, you'll see that vagrant, right? Now, this guy, well, excuse me, this young lady, I'm trying to indicate, hey, you gotta check that out. Go check it out. A lot of stuff happened on Friday night. I was pretty impressed. And I'm saying here, go look at that, look at that. I love weird shit in this game, and I'm so happy to be able to, because if I hadn't noticed that, and I don't know how much the host gives a shit, but if I hadn't noticed that, it might have been a case of, well, you know, we'll just have our fight here on the bridge, and it's just going to be like a normal fight like everything else. But I was so happy I was able to show that player a vagrant. I don't know they've ever seen a vagrant before. These are all random invasions. I don't even know this person. So that was pretty cool. And that host, I ended up hanging out with her until she got to the fog gate to go to Andre, and then I just pointed at the fog gate and left. She was cool. Nice fucking parry. But I wonder about stuff like that. Like, are you just throwing out parries, like hoping you'll get one? And I do that too. And how do you like that wake up R2? I love using that move after they get out of a backstab or a riposte. So good. But I tend to do it unlocked a lot of the time, so I have no idea if I'm gonna be facing in the right direction or whatever, so it is what it is. And speaking of unlocked, you gotta be careful, like this guy. You really gotta be careful because you can roll into a position where you can easily be backstabbed, and I try not to do this, but I do it all the time. I had a good fight with this guy. I don't remember if I sent him a message after. I was playing this till like 3 in the fucking morning. And I like having a fight like this where maybe the guy hasn't done a whole lot of PvP, and maybe I can teach somebody something, and I'm not tooting my own horn here, it's just that I appreciated it when people did this with me so that I can learn what works, what doesn't work, timings, that kind of shit. So I have all the patience in the world for players like this. And I don't know what this guy's up to with his slow walk here. It's like sometimes I think, do we have something nefarious going on here? And it turns out we do. Well, I don't know you want to call a roll BS nefarious, but I would call it effective. I have definitely made use of the roll BS. One of my personal favorites. Yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna say, you'll notice that my humanity is very low, but my soul count isn't bad. So, I recently made this Mildred character to try to duplicate what I have on PC and Xbox on my PlayStation 4. So, I had done a couple of invasions with steamed hams on Friday night, and then I switched off to Mildred. I thought, you know what? I don't know if there's much of a low-level scene on PlayStation, so I will switch off to Mildred and see what we get. We had a few in the depths. We had most of them right here. And I was actually pretty happy with how much activity we had, although, you know, it did go pretty early in the morning. And excuse me, host, I bopped you out of your Estus charge there, excuse me. So, but because I've only recently made this character, that's why my humanity's so low as opposed to PC and Xbox, where I have been playing as Mildred for a long time. Months. Maybe even more than a year. I'm not really sure when I started getting into Mildred. If you want to use that terminology. So we pretty much started over, and actually I've got a series going that I kind of had to put on hold during Back to Basics, which was the Many Misadventures of Mildred, or whatever the hell I called it. And I'm actually going to be migrating that over to PlayStation. Not with this Mildred either. We've got another Mildred that we're working on, that we're going to be going through the game with. So look forward to that. PvP and PvE. Just like we started in our series. But anyway, guys, I had a good close fight with this guy. It's like once this guy was out of Estus, he decided he was going to crank it up to 11 out of 10. But we had to beat his ass. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode 2 of Adventures with Mildred, or whatever the hell I'm going to call this. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see your fine ass later.